Okay, I'm 6 now. I got 6 points. Dude, I'm turning my mic off.
Excuse me while I flex. That's to my left. You're bad with bad breath. For bags I do conquest. Find bag then I collect. No, that love. Like each know every spec. Both I, oh yes. It's like I'm grandma, yes. PT rep that till death. Get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't heard no like this. Pull out my sheet. I got the bread to trick. I see your ex down bad, I think he need assist, So I went that mama, I no drama, I'm on my way to the tippity top. I'm so OP, think I'm a knob. B.O.B. M.O.B.G.A.N.G. Love me while when I stop. I might get bored and just get in the stocks. Shawty just gave me the. I love black girls that listen to rock. You think you're trying to put me
this
in
ain't
box?
for containing, you stupid little. Ain't no point in saving when you let us go. I'm so good at
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from downtown Minneapolis. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. It's Edwards on the wing. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And what a matchup we have here in the front court break.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here is Conley. Gobert in the corner. 5 on the clock. Randall. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Hart. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Bridges. Good.
A nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Knicks making the shot. Edwards drives in. Bridges with some nice defense.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Hart, wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Pass to Randall. Looking to end the run. It's Edwards on the wing. Puts it up from 17. It's rebounded by Towns.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Edwards, that's good.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
In the corner, it's Bridges. Brunson outside. Back to Hart. Pass to Towns. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Terrific play by Edwards. Moves like this are what makes him so much fun to watch.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
And New York making a change here. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Comes to Gobert. Back to Conley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Here's Brunson, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, Coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Now here's Edwards, and he lays it straight in. Edwards got 6 points.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Inside, here's Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. He's got 8.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Conley. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Towns. Gobert with the block. And he recovers it. Towns, no luck. Left side, Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Knicks lead by 1. From Target Center, back in a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Here's Achua. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Bridges, no one around him. Here's Robinson. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. The Timberwolves trail. To the paint. Here's Alexander Walker.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
For 3, Bridges buries the long-range jumper. Bridges got 5.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Clark left side. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. Offline from the top of the key. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Here's McDaniels. Still scoreless. Inside, he gets the jumper to fall.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Down low. Robinson misses. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes.
A fader. That's short off the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Pass to McDaniels. A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
On the wing, Anunoby. Shoots over Reed. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And New York making a change here. And so, Alexander Walker nails both of them. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Brunson down the lane. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Gobert with the defensive effort. To the inside. Randall. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Pass to Towns. The 11-footer. Good as the jump shot falls. Towns has got his second bucket.
And the defense has to guard Towns better than this because he is just too gifted a shooter.
Here's Conley. Left side, Edwards. Tries again. It's rebounded by New York. It's stolen by Edwards. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That shot off. New York leading by 3. Here's Kolek. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Minnesota with the ball. Gobert, the screen. And here's Edwards. 8 points for him. Gobert down low. Towns with the defensive effort. To the middle. Hart, that's good. Hart's got the lead up to 7 now for New York.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Gobert gets the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Knicks. They're up by 5. We're going to to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Knicks leading by 5. Brunson with it. Conley picks him up. And it's Brunson missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Conley up top. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Edwards. No good on that one. Bridges with some nice defense. Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And forget those threes, Cat. Get the easy ones.
Randall outside. And here's Edwards. Picked by Randall. Down low. And Randall throws it down.
And I like that. Edwards comes off the pick, keeps his options open, and then just makes the right read.
Pass to Brunson. Bridges for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Randall. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Randall's got 4 this quarter.
And the defense cannot underestimate Randall's strength. Pushes right through the contact and gets the shot.
Brunson scanning the floor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And Brunson, a very physical player. Someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster is different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
And the dunk by Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
Conley can't get it to fall. New York leading by 7. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Towns. Defended by Gobert. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Right at the free throw line.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Randall. Picked by Randall. Here's Edwards with the drive. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Hey, good luck stopping Edwards when he puts his head down and attacks the basket.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:03 left to play here in the third. Out to the wing. Brunson with a clean look. It's good from long range. Brunson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks. To the paint. Here's Randall. Count that one. Randall's got 8.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
Here's Achua. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. The Knicks leading by 6. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Achua. Kept alive. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's DiVincenzo. And so it's the New York Knicks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more in store for you right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Minnesota with the ball. 9-point game. Yep, that one goes in there. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket in this one.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Here's Dillingham. The Knicks pull it in. Pass to McBride. Now Towns. That shot off the mark. Good D by Miller. DiVincenzo with it. Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And McBride gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point New York lead. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Payne. No good on the triple. Miller outside. Here's Dillingham. Lets it go from 11. Here's DiVincenzo. Towns with the defensive effort.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
And McBride gets it to go.
Timeout, timeout. I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
So both teams changing it up here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Now, he wants them to stay focused on teamwork out there. He said, let's keep communicating, keep talking. We've got to help each other out there. Coach thinks that team effort is what's needed here. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Here's Conley. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Here's New York. They're on a 10-2 run here. to Hart. For three, Bridges. A rebound by the Timberwolves. And finished off by McDaniel.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammate.
Brunson with it. Over by Conley. Brunson outside. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations. Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson outside. Pass to Bridges. This one for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Here's Edwards. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Brunson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Towns the screen. New York needs to get off a shot. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, that's a nice read from Brunson out of the pick and roll.
Outside Conley. Back to Edwards. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Anunoby has the open look. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
It's just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Edwards can't hit. So it's New York picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy.
Brown and bad. Could have changed my mind, I was halfway there. 100 meters. I just put 9 gal in a sprinter.
100. It won't fit in one SUV. No. SOS. Somebody rescue me. I got too many. All I got. They could last me the next 2 weeks. Alright. That send the address through, please.
Fire for a wife. Can't rock with that, I ain't wearing a vest. Man, have to send her therapy, she got it a lot on her chest. I'm in Jamaica, Orica best. Hit a lick when cash converters that don't work is chess. I'm doing more and talking less. I love chilling with broke man, book one flight and they're all impressed. I'm in the G63, the car hugged me like a friend through twists and turns. Man, living for dying for don't know which one's worse. I'm bags in his and hers. What's hers is hers, what's mine is too. Heard that girl was a it can't be true if she dated you. AP baby blue, papers pink, I probably hate me too. You ever spent 6 figures and stared at Bay like, look what you made me do. Yeah. Started with a queue, didn't wait in line. Weird, I'm asking my Blasian one, why you so focused on your Asian side? I know that the Jack boys pray that they get to the clubs and Dave's inside.
What up, Energy? It's Rio, legendary. Catch it slipping at the light, make his car stop. Hit his engine block and cut the car off. Call that poppin'. My brain like a new car that's in drive with no park options. Make a car reverse when they say you want. Been a you still gave you boys enough time to drop. Now it's over. My like a bad little kid, I put a on. I broke my cousin Tim. I put a on it. My little dog on Section 8. I put some wick on it. They say I talk about the same. Well, that's all I know. If you ain't pops, keep that, bro. Them all you ain't spinning blues, keep your bread, bro. That's all I want. All I really told. Making pros and saving cheese. That's what I'm into. My got mad, told me to leave. I'll spin to. I'm finna. I need an instrumental. You trying to learn some street knowledge? I'm a mentor. He was 6'4". Yo, put you out the crib again. What you pay rent for? I paid. She ain't call. I need more. Hey, I got a problem. 10 on me now. I'm just at Home Depot rug shop. My CNA, I gave her 5 to go scrub shopping. One day, bro, my lungs scribing. Meet the take everything. Why son watch? I swear to God, I ain't. You wanna beef? I'm all for it. Let's get these cribs. They took the fun out of it. Hey, that's the lamest. If you. I hope you stand. Her son keep interrupted. Soon as she went to sleep, I got a game for sale. No job with jury on hustling, looking flaming. Might as well right on your forehead. I got for sale. Hey, that dumbest. I bought some. You booming every time you put 100 up. 2.5 million streams a month. Look like I'm coming up. Paranoid. Oh, his car was right next to mine. Thought he was running up. They asked me who gonna run the city next. Mike the runner up. School that I we slid for 3 months. Summer up. Hey, I hope you understand me. You the type of cribs you must don't love your family, man. My mama keeps it. I love my granny. Yeah. You better listen to the little dumb boys. You know what's going on. It's our year. Matter of fact, it's our world. It's over.
Wake up, filthy.
Hold up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. The Bentley's put that side. My ride tryna go for a ride. I put bit match right on her. Put the mask on, cause I be all red. I stay with the all red. We pull up all red. Somebody all red. Drive. We done push that way. Just like you can get bleed. I used to ride badges, then I got reach. This is a she can't be my yeah. This is a she can't be my yeah. I come to your spot. I come to your spot. I come to your spot. Hold up. I got the drop, we laid it. Hold up. Hold up. Get stolen vehicle, traded. Hold up. Push in your block. Push in your block. Somebody send them a prayer. Somebody send them some prayers. I guess going crazy. I need a whole nother level. I'm on a whole nother level. I'm a every type player. I'm a every type player. I'm a credit player. Shot it, knock his gun. Shot it, normal slam. Shot it, tree like man. Right here. Driving the cool road down. I'm about to get us. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. I sat down, crust, turn my neck, shut him up. The Bentley's put that side. My ride tryna go for a ride. I put bit match right on her. Put the mask on, cause I be all red. I stay with the all red. We pull up all red. Somebody all red. Drive.
no dirt on my body. With big body. It'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of pride. That's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way. You ain't built that way. I've been more in pain. Way to came broad day. Really short fuse. Had a long day. Body like wow. Like wait. You know I'm an east side big TD step a whole rep. That top dog since top ramen now steak a lobster with a shrimp. Put a ribbon on it, get you. Real never switch. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. And it's still that way. Broad day. Live that way. That way. Came a long way. Real long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. And it's still that way. Still that way. Still that way. Still that way. Woo. 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 This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me. How should I chill? Watch how I know how I'm rocking. You know how I'm built. Still in the trenches. We out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake. For real. Still that way.
Yep.
You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get chipped like ice. The price just went up, the checks come down from talking that spice. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an east side, big TD, step a whole rep. Since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp. Put a ribbon on it. Real never switch that.
Don't fix the city.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way.
Now gonna fix the city.
Live that way, that way. Came a long way.
Alright, that's cool.
Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way.
Shit. Gonna grab my boys, man. Hold on, you need to be at home. You won the last game. It's your own. Yeah.
Hold on tight, cause I tweaking this go. And I heard that she wanna show me who she be. I'm kinda with it, show me some more. She be tatted head to toe, could give a story.
I love that boy, AD.
I'ma show you how they go. Like the money in my pockets blow. They having convos about me, these don't know. Tell me what they talking about. I ain't listen in, let your thoughts run your mouth. But ain't touching dividends.
I ain't been playing with Phoenix.
Kick it with my Memphis twins. I can't take a loss, I'm always going for the win. I've been up in this booth, I got my pet for the start and all the be had to know that. Cool, let them in the pet water, see it acting bothered, got my green light.
Man, I gotta put somebody on goddamn Giannis. I'm put AD on Giannis. Shit. Ain't finna get no freebies. Nah, I ain't been on no YouTube. Shit. That's it, man.
This is Brian Anderson.
I just need
I'm here
AD
with Hall of
on
Famers Grant Hill and
Giannis.
Forrest Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce.
No, just the matchup. That's all.
Popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, BA. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, you're about to find out.
Not happy, sir.
They've got numbers. Washington, a good look. That's short off the rim. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Irving. Over Lillard. Rebounded by the Bucks. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Call him on June 6th. They said call on June 6th.
Lillard outside. And you can count it.
June
He'll
6th.
go to the line
Oh,
with a
okay,
chance
all
at a
right.
three-point play.
Okay.
And these shots demonstrate how locked in Lillard is. Just embracing the challenge of scoring
This is on my
with
off day.
physical defenders.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Back to Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Screen by Antetokounmpo. From the high post. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Back to Washington. Davis a screen. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Thompson. On the wing, Davis. By himself. And Giannis throws it down.
Opportunistic play on the defensive end by Kyle Kuzma. Excellent, excellent job.
Davis a screen. Thompson outside. Back to Irving. Launches it. Connects from downtown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of
I got the sharpshooters out there,
Screen
bro.
by Antetokounmpo.
Give me that. You want the ball? I guess he
Lillard
did.
outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Davis. Here's Prince. The Bucks need to get up a shot here.
Oh, man. Why you let that white boy do it the last second, bro?
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Outside Irving. Davis a screen. Inside. Outside Irving.
You know.
Giannis with the rebound. Milwaukee leading by 4. Doris,
That's
one place you see
interesting.
this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career.
And if you're guarding Dame in the pick and roll, you need to stop the ball. Lillard can just eat you alive.
Outside Irving. Here's Davis.
What an and one.
Finished off by
We need an and one.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Outside Porter. Here's Sims. And he dunks it down.
The crafty play by Porter, tripping up the defense and opening things up for another guy.
Pass to Davis. Here's Marshall. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to
Good
finish
five.
it tight.
Oh, thank you for
That's a
the
miss
shoot.
they can live with.
Oh, there.
You know, for a swingman,
got lit.
Trent has good size and is a sturdy,
Oh, the
strong
Lord, thank
presence
you.
stores.
Oh, BA, he sure is. He can make an impact on the defensive end with the attributes you just talked about. Not only can he be a stopper, though, let's remember this guy can get hot as a shooter. You better look out. He can get on a heater.
That one's good for 2. Lillard's got 8 points.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Davis. Oh, and there's the whistle on the
You're
shot.
supposed to go in so to get a one.
It's going to be on Bobby Portis.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
Both free throws good from Davis. 20 seconds left in the opening quarter. And here's Lillard. Give him 8 points now. And here's Porter outside. Offensive rebound.
How does he get the rebound, man?
They set the screen to the paint. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. And so the first quarter is in the books. Bucks
All right,
ahead.
man, we got to get
They
back
lead
in
by
this shit.
5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment.
Yo.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bucks?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Pass to Marshall. Over Antetokounmpo. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And so Porter will bring it up for the Bucks. Leading by 5 to the inside. Portis. An easy 2 on the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Irving. Screen by Lively. Pass to Marshall. Here's the 3. Porter pulls it in. The Bucks leading by 7. Trent outside. Outside Porter. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Down low. Back to Porter. Inside. Here's Portis. Lively grabs a miss. Mavericks trail by 7. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. And the shot's good. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, terrific job by Spencer Dinwiddie to get up the floor. It's a nice way to get an easy bucket.
Here's Portis. Can't get it to drop. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
And stolen by Irving. It's a one-on-one situation. So they take the lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they're just attacking.
That one drops for him. Portis has gotten his second bucket.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Here's Lively.
Oh, big boy. You said white man can't jump.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Now here's Green. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Lively grabs the miss. The Mavericks on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Trent. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. And the Bucks lead by 1.
I tell you, the burst on that drive by Gary Trent Jr. was impressive. Defense was in his hip pocket.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So for Dallas, well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Davis misses. Milwaukee in the lead. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Bucks creating an elite tandem last season, pairing Giannis with Damian Lillard, who said people wanted to just click right away, but when you put two guys together who always had the ball in their hands, it's going to take time to learn how to play off of one another. It's about making sure we continue to grow. B.A.?
That's a good perspective, Allie. Thanks. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, talk about guys that like to go right to the rim. AD is towards the top of that list.
Dame makes his move. Here's Portis. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will keep it.
Yeah.
.46 seconds left in the first half.
Get that shit out of here. Good shit, AD.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
There's 39 seconds left in the second. Clock at 2. And stolen by Williams. Here's Gafford. Finished off the break. Gafford's got his first 2 points. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's Prince, defended by Thompson. And here's Lopez.
Go.
Misses the layup.
Let's go. Get on the run.
Davis with it. First trip to the free throw line.
Take the nigga arm off, huh?
And he makes a first. Both free throws good from Gafford. Here's Lillard. 3 seconds left. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one.
Good game.
Top, up by 1. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute.
Huh?
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And Irving has got the ball here for Dallas. It's a 1-point game. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot
on.
What
you
You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And here's Milwaukee now. After the Mavericks picking up a basket just a moment ago.
The shit out of here. AD ain't having this shit. Nigga, we have this a block party.
That one off Davis. Mavericks on D. 3-point lead. Back to Antetokounmpo. The strong finish by Giannis.
Got to appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
Here's Irving. Again,
Green.
Dallas.
It's green.
You give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Lillard looking around. Going inside. And the basket is good. Lillard's got 12 points.
Can't hold y'all move.
Oh, wow. What a dangerous move on that drive. I mean, when Dame is coming in strong, it is so tough to stop.
Now here's Irving. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6.
It's green.
And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3 level.
Lopez, the screen. Here's Lillard. And the rebound
Yeah,
goes to
this
the
ain't gonna work
Mavericks.
every time.
Pass to Washington. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Davis. Goes back up. Oh, nice fake with the layups off the mark. The Bucks trail by 3. Lillard converting inside.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Here's Irving. 7 points in the game. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. For the lead. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line.
Man, bro, he grabbed straight ball.
Just a highly effective
You see this shit?
shooter. You cannot afford to give Lillard too many looks from the charity.
That was straight ball he grabbed.
And the free throw is good.
He didn't even block it. He just grabbed the ball.
The way he's
He
shooting
snagged the
free
whole.
throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Outside Irving. There's the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. It's Lillard with the drive. And again, it's the Bucks missing. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Davis. Deflects the pass. Lopez with the steal. It's Prince on the wing. Back to Lillard. .152 left in the third quarter.
That's bullshit.
And almost gets it to go. So he'll shoot 2 here.
Oh, man.
It goes on
They doing some weak ass shit there.
Inside Lillard is just so scrappy, turning
They doing
aggressive
some weak
defense
ass
into a
shit there,
foul
boy.
while shooting.
Mavericks trail by 3.
Yeah.
Outside Davis. Back to Irving. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis puts his touch on every aspect of the game. Big reach on display that time.
Lopez can't hit. And Dallas with possession. To the paint. Here's Irving. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, Doris. Kyrie Irving is a special talent. What's his greatest asset, you think, on the floor?
Oh, B.A., this is a tough question. If you ask NBA players, they'll tell you the guy with the best handle historically is Kyrie Irving. But to me, his best attribute, fearlessness, the ability to deliver when it most matters.
It was stolen by Lillard. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. Back to Portis. It's Prince on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard, here we go.
Just sit out of here.
Got a hand on it. Pass to Thompson. The 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lillard with the ball. And Lively picks him up defensively. Stolen by Davis. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, he does a lot of his work on the interior, more than people realize. Klay Thompson gets those calls because of his willingness to put himself in tough spots.
That one drops. He ties it up. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Lillard outside. And there's the drive. Oh, misses the dunk. Pass to Davis. Oh,
And
he got
one.
fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to
He
shoot
just
2.
threw that motherfucker
And the more
up.
Davis has added muscle during his career, it really has helped.
Oh, bro!
It forces defenses to foul him.
That one misses.
What the fuck?
Lillard outside. Now Green. Launches a three. No good.
Man, what is going on, bro?
Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for the Bucks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back.
This shit is tripping.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
I guess that's Bo Bitter with some shit.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't
You
get
say
it in
that.
bounds in time.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Outside Irving. Screen by Lively. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Portis.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
The drive by Porter. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Here's Christie. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's Porter with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. 2-point game. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis using his size inside.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Here's Irving. He gets it in there.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
Portis a screen. Antetokounmpo, right side. Here's Porter. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
And man,
Come on, y'all hurry up, hustle. Time ticking, shit.
Rewarded for his efforts right there.
What y'all doing?
Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Irving. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving.
Oh, man.
Third foul so far.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And a timeout
Real nice.
called here by Doc Rivers. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams deciding to change it up. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. And Washington powers it through.
That passing ability complements Irving's scoring so well.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away
Shit.
with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Duh, I want your pick.
Irving for
Look
3.
at
The putback. Rebounded by
Fuck.
Kuzma. Milwaukee in the lead. Lillard left side. Out left to the wing. Pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. Lopez, the screen. A little mid-range shot is up. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Now Gafford to the left side wing. Inside. Thompson outside. Davis a screen.
And
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Brook Lopez.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard with the ball. Gafford picks him up. Stolen by Davis. To take the lead. Here's Washington. And he's going.
Damn, niggas, they try to kill me. That was flagrant.
While he was going up.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
Yeah, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
Down low. Antetokounmpo.
What kind of shot is
From
this?
the low block. That one's good. And the Bucks lead by 1.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to
Like
beat
butter.
the contact and get the finish.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Antetokounmpo for 3. And his first miss of the day. Now 6 for 7. Here's Thompson. Oh, Clay takes the contact.
There it is.
And finishes.
Clay Thompson loves delivering.
Clay don't play.
Spots. How easy does he make that big bucket look?
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers.
What half of the splash,
Critical
brother?
moment here. He's not taking any chances. Lillard outside. Kuzma left side. Antetokounmpo looking it over. On the wing, Kuzma. Back to Antetokounmpo. Here's Davis. Oh, Davis finishes strong at the rim.
What an emphatic bucket
Arr,
by Davis.
arr, arr.
This is a guy who never backs down or gives up.
Pass to Prince. 32 seconds left in the game. Shoots over Thompson.
He missed it.
That one rolls around and rims out. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops. And that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both. And it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Here's Irving. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
GG. The get back is real.
This one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this
What time
building
it
was
is?
stone cold.
Oh yeah, shit.
And that's
It's after
exactly
3.
what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd
I
out.
bet.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Alan.
Yeah, my bro got a check, but I said lie with man, just spend that wisely. Don't flex your checks on Snapchat or IG. Don't do it on IG. Lie, bro. Yeah, don't do it on IG.
Yeah, yeah, it's my turn, I raise my hand, 100%.
Very reliable and quick release, I like it.
Right on. And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with a two-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mic Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan Howard as a steady replacement for Drew Gooden. This team's looking consistent, we're fast, we're balanced, and we can keep the rate of play constant. So even though our players on the court change, we can use the same style.
10 solid performers, a third-wave backcourt, and exactly meeting the current salary cap.
That is nicely done. Hey, why don't you try building a new salary cap for yourself? Maybe something similar to what we did, or something completely your own. For an added challenge, press the shoot button and have the lineup auto-filled for you. See how you play that way. Grab wins, earn rewards, rep up, and be the best in my team.
Remember, be sure to check back on June 13th to find out which play you voted as the top play of the year. We'll also announce the winners of our 2K TV Awards.
And next week, we have more tips on builds, and we sit down with Scoot Henderson. Ooh, that's going to be a great interview.
I can't wait. But until then, enjoy the game, box out your opponents, get those rebounds, and go get some wins. Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's time to vote for your top play of the year.
Since the launch of NBA 2K25, you have voted for your favorite plays.
And it comes down to these two. So here's Scott Moak with the call. Listen up.
It's time. 32 votes now bring us to 2 finalists for top play of the year. We will crown a champion and award 1 million VC, along with some amazing prizes. Bring on the final vote. The winner of seasons 1 through 3 was Tracy McGrady in the theater, launching for a 360 slam with their launch day build. An amazing play from the early days of NBA 2K25. And the winner from seasons 4 through 6 was Greatness 1221 in the theater. After downing a defender, rises up and rotates. You can't stop the ball if it's spinning all around. 1 million VC is on the line. It's voting time. Is it a new favorite or maybe a play you've boosted through every vote? All year long, your submissions have been outstanding. We look forward to announcing the winner during the 2K TV Awards. Congrats, and thank you to everyone who participated. It's been a pleasure to announce. We'll see you next time.
If you're enjoying the NBA playoffs and want to recreate the action yourself, NBA 2K is the place to be.
That's right. Located within My League and My NBA eras, the playoffs allows you to fully customize a 16-team NBA bracket. You can play in the current postseason bracket or mix things up and add any team to join the fun. Whether it's a current roster, all-time, or classic, this playoff bracket is entirely up to you.
You can control multiple teams and change the settings however you like. A one-game NBA Finals to determine the winner? Done.
Check out this mode next time in NBA 2K25 and see how your playoff bracket shakes out.
Now, let's meet the visiting from a whopping 6.5 feet above sea level, Miami Heat. At guard, Alec Burks. At center, Khalil Ware. At forward, Andrew Wiggins. At guard, Tyler Hero. At forward, Bam Adebayo. Head coach of the visiting team is Erik Spoelstra. Let's meet the starters for your Denver Nuggets. At forward, number 1, Michael. Starting at shooting guard, 6'6", number 0, Christian. At power forward, 6'8", number 32, guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 27, Jamal Murray. Center, number 15, the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And let's check Miami's starting lineup. They've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at center, filling out the middle. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at small forward. Some crafty veterans on both of these rosters, Clark. How do you see that impacting the game?
Well, BA, it's going to lead to some high-level basketball. You got a roster full of high IQ players. They know what it takes to get W's. I'm very much looking forward to this matchup because of that.
Here's Brown. Outside Porter. Puts up a 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
A true sniper from long range. Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Right wing. Adebayo finds Burks. Wiggins outside. The 3. He buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Gordon can't hit. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Miami making their last shot. Gordon outside. Pass to Jokic. That shot missing.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Adebayo with it. Hero for 3. Gordon pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
1:21 left in the first. To the inside. And there's Porter on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got 5 now.
You got to push Porter Jr. out of the paint because he's so skilled at capitalizing down there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Erik Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Pass to Hero. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. From down in the low post, it goes.
You're busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
Here's Brown. Gordon outside from the arc. The rebound by Ware. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Hero outside. Adebayo up top. Wiggins outside. Drops in the 3. Give him 8 points now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
It's been all about Andrew Wiggins for Miami. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back after this word. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Kevin Love out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Tyler Hero. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Larson in at the 2. Shots good by Saric.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, in Dario, I trust.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Now here's Westbrook. Here he goes. And Westbrook slams it home.
Russ is at his best when he's playing downhill. Pedal to the metal, attacking the cup.
Pass to Love. Love, a screen on Porter. Back to Love. Now Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. There's a screen by Love. Puts it up from the high post. And again, no good by Miami.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Saric. To the paint. Here's Strother. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Heat with the lead. Love with the ball. Now Hero. Watson with the rebound. Robinson against Porter. Pass to Westbrook. Excellent D there from Hero. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Graham.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Ooh, poked away. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. A different look for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Saric. Brown comes in for Watson. And Jamal Murray is subbed in for Strother. .26 seconds left in the first half. Murray scanning the floor. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Jokic passes to Murray. Puts up a deep 3. They get it again. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Miami out in front, leading by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about a shot. Next time, this
We have a very special guest on 2K TV today. We have community member Yay Not Gaming. Welcome back. We're so excited to have you on again.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about builds. What's your advice on players making a playmaking guard?
If you want to be a good playmaker, I think one thing to do is have your pass accuracy and your ball handling up. So what I have is a 6'3" point guard with 6'7" wingspan, 94 ball handle, an 82 pass act, and I have the ability to go get driving dunks with an 87 driving dunk and shoot from deep, 94 3-point shot, and then as a takeover, I'm able to get satellite. And then you get to play around with cat breakers. So if you're a sweat and you got 14, 15 cat breakers at this point, you can add something to your defense. My steal is at 91, and you can add even your pass accuracy. That way you can get those passes in a little quicker to your teammates, up the dimer a little bit. Or you just want to flush over everybody, you can raise you a little bit if you're driving dunk. So I think that's the best way to go when it comes to point guard.
Okay, what about a slashing forward?
Now, slashing forward, it's a little rough around the edges because everybody wants to go and dunk the ball no matter how tall or big they are. I can use what I have, and that is a 6'9" power forward. That's a 7'5" wingspan, and I have a 90 rebound and a 90 steal. And what I can do is I have a 93 driving dunk, so that raises my posterizer all the way up to where if I get a step on defender towards the basket, I can just go into a meter dunk and get a contact almost every time. So they will have to put their big around me, and at that point I can just fake like I'm going to the basket and just walk back and shoot three. So if you want to really get busy and be very versatile, go a little taller on those driving builds, 6'8", 6'9".
And then last one, two-way center.
So I just made a build for center. It is a 7'4" wingspan, so a little short on the wingspan, but I'm gonna push it on game on why it's so short. Two-way inside-out playmaker. Now we're playing a game where everybody wants to be well-rounded, and I think this is one of the most well-rounded center builds. Be able to have a close shot at a 92, and you can hit a standing dunk at a 90. So what this does, it gets your rebound up to a 94. Offensive rebound is a 76, but now with those cap breakers, you can push that up. Push your interior at a 94, and you're at the capability to be able to knock down threes with an 83 ball and get those break showers with an 87 pass accuracy. So if you're one of those people who just really want to figure it out in real time, 7 foot, be able to get those rise up dunks like I like, or be able to pick and pop and make plays for your team.
It's always interesting to me to see how different people create the builds with the different thresholds with cap breakers in mind. I know my ears perk up when I hear former pros talk about how to be better at the game, because as much as I know, and I've been playing since the original 2K, I can always learn a thing or two and adapt that into my game.
Thanks so much, Yay Not Gaming.
The salary cap has been steadily increasing in my team, so today we're upgrading our starting lineup.
That's right. We've got a fresh canvas, Sasha. We want strong starters, a capable second unit, and we're just going to fill in some value here at the end of the roster. Let's start there.
Sure thing. Then, let's fill our roster slots 11 through 13 with value player cards and build 2 strong waves of 5.
That's perfect. Anytime you need to sub out, you can do a whole line change. So who should we pick up for our starting center?
I'm looking at hoop invaders, Theo Ratliff, strong defender, and lob finisher.
Yeah, he's somebody who can get up and down the court and is reliable. Usually he's going to be faster than opposing centers as well. I think that's a great choice. And power forward, let's add Amethyst Gems of the game, Drew Gooden, because he's another strong post defender, also athletic and quick, and we want to be able to move up the floor very quickly.
Now you've got plenty of cap to spend. $2,000 for Diamond Danilo Gallinari gets you some shooting on the wing.
Yep, we want Ratliff and Gooden to be able to kick out for 3, so let's add another shooter at the 2 guard. How about Diamond Buddy Hield, someone who I've gotten very comfortable shooting with, even added him into my career jumper, just very reliable and quick release. I like it.
Right on. And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with the two-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mike Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan.
At guard, 6'1", number 11,
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. At the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Hawks, the front court is Rizushea and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Here's Daniels. Rizushea wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Rizushea thrives in that role.
Pass to Strus. Back to Garland. Mobley looking it over. A 3 from Strus. Rebound by Johnson.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
And the Hawks with possession. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David. And he knocks down the first one. And Rizushea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
He doesn't get the second one. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks streak, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And here's Young after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Puts up a 3. Atlanta again missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Cleveland moving it around. Here's Mitchell. Rebound Atlanta. Young in the corner. Johnson outside. Daniels passes to Young. Rizushea with it. Shot clock at 6. The Hawks again can't hit. 52 seconds left to play in the first. For 3, Mitchell. Okongwu grabs the board. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Rizushea. And it falls over the rim and in. Reza Shea's got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Allen. Back to Garland. Over Young. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Reza Shea with it. Pass to Young. It's tipped. Good if it goes. No good on that one. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks ahead, leading by just 1. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Terrence Mann is out there with George Niang. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Reza Shea. And it's LeVert into the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now LeVert. After Isaac Okoro missing on that last three-pointer. LeVert the pass to Niang. Pass to Reza Shea over Green. And that one's good. Reza Shea. Reza Shea's got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now here's Mobley. Still yet to score. Here's Jerome. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Replacement for
Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window
Ryan Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it's the Bucks to start out. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Soft touch off the glass. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Now here's Booker. Takes it inside. Giannis with the rebound.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Back to Prince. Durant pulls it in.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
There's the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Booker. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Boy, you see how confident Devin Booker is down low. Doesn't even think twice about looking to score in there.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And yep, it's good. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Here's Booker, and that one comes up a bit short.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Lillard outside. Jacks up a three. Durant pulls it in. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for Phoenix. 4-point game. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
But KD has such great touch on that floater. An easy, fluid release on what is a really tough shot.
The shot by Lillard, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Back to Dunn. That's good. And so Durant with the assist.
Well, Durant's such a tough cover in the pick and roll. He will take what the defense gives him. In that instance, nice pass.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Ryan, the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season. Doc Rivers' experience with star-laden rosters. He said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. And the Suns making a change here. Outside Booker. Inside. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the break. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Drills it from deep.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers. It's almost effortless how he shoots.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Out to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard can't get it to go. Suns trail by 3. Giannis with the rebound.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Beal right side. Here's Durant. There's 47 seconds left to the first quarter of the game. Pass to Booker. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
Lopez, the screen. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Good chance here for Booker. Rebound, Milwaukee. Pass to Lillard. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. Up in time. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Bucks on top, leading by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Plumlee a screen. Here's Beal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Greg.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Here's Porter. And the layup falls.
Yeah, big effort from Porter down low, getting past some contact into his shot.
Beal surveying the D. Plumlee a screen. The rebound by Sims. Milwaukee leading by 3. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Tries it from 19. Pass to Porter. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, the Bucks good for 2.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Beal outside. Here's O'Neal. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Terrific handle right there by Beal. Comes off the pick with his head up, looking for his teammates.
And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Porter. That one's good for 2. Porter's got 6 points.
Nice job by Porter Jr. attacking the interior, going after a close-range shot.
Screen by O'Neal. Beal, no good. Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's Porter. Pass to Green. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Now, this guy is far from just a shooter. He can drive it, and in this instance, get up and over the rim and dunk it, Bradley.
Here's Porter. The shake. Tipped. Fast break. Here we go. O'Neal misses.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
That one's good. Sims.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. Trailing by 5. Fires the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. To the inside. Knocked loose. Ooh, Durant with a steal. Goes up on the baseline. And he hits the jumper for 2. He has 6.
Booker making it look easy in the mid-range.
And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats, Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper. Milwaukee in the lead. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Porter with it. He's picked up by Jones. They set the pick. Outside, Green. Up top, Porter. He's got 6. Offensive board. Portis, right side. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. Plumlee pulls down the board. Outside Booker. Plumlee a screen. He shoots. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Bucks ahead. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, BA. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Suns trail by 3. Here's Booker. The steal. And here's Lillard. Pass to Kuzma. Back to Lillard. Over Beal. The shot by Lillard. No good. Back to Durant. For the tie. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
The shot by Lillard. No good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Booker with the jam.
Well, the defense has got to be willing to guard the jumper, and for Devin Booker, that opens up the drive.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. So we'll see Giannis Antetokounmpo go to the line here. It's going to be on Nick Richards. Suns trail by 3 to the paint. Here's Booker. Yep, that one goes. Booker's got 10.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And it's in there.
I love how tricky Dame can be. He uses a pull-up J to catch the defender totally off balance.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Bucks with some changes. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Booker surveying the floor. For the tie. The rebound by Sims. The Bucks leading by 3. Portis the screen. Porter from outside. He buries it from 3. points in the game.
Yeah, nice decision making. Porter Jr. can drive or pass off the pick.
Here's Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Gary Trent. And Doris, when you think about Kevin Durant, certainly a prolific scorer, but that's not the whole story.
What I love the most, I think, BA, about Kevin Durant is how much he loves playing the game of basketball. His availability is never in question as long as there is some measure of health. The work he puts in consistently. Anyone who's ever seen his routine, teammates, coaches, front office staff, they are in awe of the commitment to his craft.
Suns trail by 7. Outside Booker. To the middle. Durant's shot is off. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. Into the lane. And then Porter with the dunk.
And how fun is it watching Porter Jr. punch it in, leaving no room for error on the drive.
Dunn outside. Pass to Durant. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get off the shot.
I just love the unselfishness in the play of Kevin Durant. He said he wants to play the game the right way. Nice example there.
Here's Porter. The rebound by Devin Booker. Suns trail by 7. Durant, so effective inside.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin Durant is a handful if he's got position.
Here's Porter. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Want to score in the NBA? Hicks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The Suns making a switch here. And no good on the 2nd free throw. So 0 for 2 there. Pass to Jones. The 3, Durant. The shot, no good. The Bucks leading by 5. Here's Porter. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
At his core, Kevin Porter Jr. is out there to get buckets and light it up. And we've seen that side of him tonight.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
And here's Porter outside. Plumlee pulls down the board. Suns trail by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Durant. Down low. And the basket by Plumlee. We've got 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Porter looks it over. Portis a screen. Got it off in time. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Kevin Porter getting it done for the Bucks. Hunting for opportunities.
37.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. Milwaukee leading by 3. Antetokounmpo outside. The strong finish by Giannis.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Outside Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Inside. Outside for Booker. Off target there with a little leaner.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And if you're guarding Dame in the pick and roll, you need to stop the ball. Lillard can just eat you alive. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's a one-on-one situation. Dunn outside. Pass to Booker. From downtown. And it's Booker again missing. Milwaukee leading by 8. Antetokounmpo with it. Picked up by Plumlee. From the stripe. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. In transition, here they come. Plumlee, no good. And here are the Bucks now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Yes, sir. You can count on Dame from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Milwaukee. It's been 8 unanswered for them. And the 3 off target. Suns trail by 11. Here's Durant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, the length and size of Kevin Durant make him a prime target on the interior. So good at forcing the issue close to the basket. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Durant for 3. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Durant's got 11 in the second half.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Lopez, the screen. Lillard fires away from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the middle. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Booker is always on the attack. That's nice.
Here's Antetokounmpo. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nailed all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Durant for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
And Lillard puts up a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. A minute 6 left in the final quarter. Here's Lillard. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Takes the 3. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
Here's Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11. For 3, here's Lillard. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. And the shot no good, a bit short.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. Releases. And he can't get that one. So Milwaukee wins it. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their...
It's after 12 club like a high B. A beehive cause not everybody wasn't around me. Could it be the way that the verses sounding came up on the ghetto boys and the underground king toys? I had a broom calling pretty brown thing. Pink looked like Rubia when the sun was shining. Known to keep a bad chick, no slipping around me. And that finger on the face is clowning. Not to flex but to protect my neck like the Wu-Tang. Self-preservation is the rule when you do or getting something more sinister. You gotta be the making so the doctors they can't them or bring them back to life, back to reality. Gon' get them some, leave it alone. Triple OG status, A-Town's very own. Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the juice up in the sky just for the shutter buzz. And you empty, you can grab a club. Boy, stop, I'm just playing, let me dap you up. You're in my system,
Now this goes out to all my players in the back, sipping in round corners in the lap, cut a rug, playing now, cut a rug. Throw your deuces in the sky, but the shutter buzz. This goes out to all the ladies in the back. What you want? You make me wanna go freeze, cut a rug, and throw your deuces in the sky for the shutter buzz.
Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the juice up in the sky just for the shutter buzz. And you empty, you can grab a club. Boy, stop, I'm just playing, let me dap you up. You're in my system, my system. Tell me you're listening. All up in my system, I can feel you from my head to my toes. You're in my system. No shit's left but God is best, but forward, darling, Lord have mercy. How them flows stay so cold, Gonna run in my system. Shut the buzz.
Girl, you see me ballin', Mamba in the garden.
Lead the league in scoring. I'm Michael Jordan, and what's your name? Well, it's not important. If you then I'm pouring from the evening to the morning. I can watch that for hours. I be on them thunderstorms, y'all on them scattered showers. Look, a southern chick, she gotta be collard greens, cornbread, sitting properly. Yeah, I'm Hall of Fame and got it raining in my zone. Let's make arrangements for some live entertainment later on. I'm so rich, I'm clutching, I'm tougher than Jimmy Butler. Gotta see and double. You should double dribble, bounce that in my direction. I'm a champ, no game 7 in my section. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ballin'. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in the garden.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me ballin'.
I know she love it.
Girl, you see me ballin'.
Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Mamba in the garden.
Rick Owens on the feet, I guess I'm Euro stepping high. Cooking, yeah, I'm chefing, I don't miss like stepping now. In my section live, I say come here and she comply. Then proceed to throw it back on me, that throw oh me, oh my. She think I'm a layup, then she must not know about me. She think I'm the one, she must think that I'm Kyrie. Learn to shoot the tray, young, been had a J like Tate, come. Falling that, then tallin' that, she think I'm 8'1". I'm a hooper to be honest, truly a baller, baby. I'm like Luka, I'm like Giannis, so you could Hall of Fame me. I'm so far from JV, I'm Kobe, I'm Mamba, baby. I 24/8, do what it take, keep a full tank, all gas, no brakes. I'm throwing hundreds, look at how they ballin'. I know she love it, love the way I'm ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumpin', 3 in the morning. Mamba in the garden. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumpin', 3 in the morning. Mamba in the garden. I know she love it. Girl, you see me. I know she love it. Girl, you see me. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning. Mamba in ballin'. I know she love it. Girl, you see me. I know she love it. Girl, you see me. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning. Mamba in ballin'. I know she love it. Girl, you see me ballin'. Michael Jordan, party jumping, 3 in the morning.
Yeah. You know, all I ever had was a dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper, big dream, little apartment. A hyena, eat a beat straight to the carcass. All I need is one mic, I'm on my nines. Bend down, stay down, out the garage with it. Turn nothing into something, made a collage with it. Audacious, pop up, I'm moving confident. True statement, 4 words, ain't nothing stopping this. Rhyme spitter, young critter, get your binoculars. Up and coming, this ain't pop, I'm not popular. Breath of fresh air, I spray like I'm Banaka. Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm Cochran. Minute Maid, critter put this juice in a carton. A dime and a nickel, turn this bargain into margins. My mind racing, got potential, God forbid that I ever waste it. Overthinking, silent killer, don't die waiting. God knows it's harder to grow, procrastinating. Got so much love for this game, it's annihilating. I ain't even rapping no more, these conversations. Get it off the muscle, no matter how much the weight is. Gotta get some hustle, cause talent don't always make it. Even if it's late, don't matter because I paid it. Even if you hate, don't matter because you played it. I remember teachers saying I wouldn't make it. Now they in the bleachers at every graduation. Different stages. Gradually we elevating, motivation, hard work and dedication, life lessons, ain't no better education, no half-stepping, I'm betting on me like it's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Yeah. Don't wait too long. You know faith without work is dead. And the lazy hustle don't get no bread. Keep your head up. Keep moving.
Ay, give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team, yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My ring, should be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still, I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been know it's true. We on the move. Aye. Yeah. I saw the money, I stay in my bag. Taking my city, it's put on the map. Hustle was harder, I had to adapt. They hate me, they love me, how funny is that? I step in the lights, it's getting them hype. Don't got them all, we just got a night. Yeah, that's the way that we live in this life. We stay going in. Tell me where I would've been if I took your advice. I bet that would've dropped the price. If they be trying to lock me down, well then they better read my rights. Ayy, no we don't play. What they gon' say? Radio K. Do this all day, tell them we straight. Ayy, ready whenever I been show. Y'all really know where y'all info. Yeah, they copy like tenfold. We on the field, we gotta survive. Walk through the door, need my award. I said we keep on scoring. Y'all just keep it score. Give me the chip, I need the championship. Wait, we got a dream, next to the team. Yeah, we can handle it. Wait, soon as I go and I step in arenas, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah, that's overdue. My trophy say that's overdue. My brain should've be immortalized. Yeah, they know it's true. They couldn't walk a mile or even fit into my shoes. Still I got a lot to prove, but for all that we've been through, this overdue. It's the anthem. Pull up and you know the team is strong. It's your anthem. All my underdogs. Everybody get your hands up. Sometimes it's hard, but we made it through. We were struggling for a minute, so that winning overdue.
Young move that brand new bread, get your brand new. Hey, brand new pot, new stove, brand new 52 bowls. Right behind your name, in other words you told. These be laying up with these rats, they need to be exposed. D&D unless the money calling. What you call it? Can't go broke now, I'm used to ballin'. Mute yourself with all the extra talking. Shut up, mind your business. Let me paint a picture, see the vision. I can see the city while I'm in the Yami right now with it. She needed some clout, you not even relevant what this about. I know some from the south, get little sister them in the mouth. Whoa, yeah. Know I be it out. They like back on there. Look how he slugging it out. Some keep telling me, some keep telling me. I'm hearing voices. Keep it cool, play the fool. Some keep telling me, trying to ignore it. Some keep telling me. Some keep telling me, telling you what. Go with your move or you gon' lose. Some keep telling me, I can't go. Some keep telling me, them. Some keep telling me, stay on the road. Some keep telling me, give it a little minute and its true colors gon' show. Some keep telling me, keep me up. Some keep telling me, get it and go. Some keep telling me, God watching over me, but I feel the demons getting close. He be pillar talking about me and my people. Must be hurt. Plus he a rapper too, he really want a feature. 12 by verse. He ain't, I know, a hoe, a real. When got a tat, it still ain't. Now why you do it for? Some keep telling me, I ain't buying the story you selling me. No. If you ripping that loaf, you better eat. We don't tolerate starving in BGE. They out here paying for, I'm playing for keeps. Laid up with a op for a week. Bon appetit, rose pedal my feet, my status elite. They talk about you rich or poor. Whoever ain't with you, whoever ain't with me, everybody, whoever ain't with me, trying to take her for another. Now you win it, nah, don't switch up now. I done put you in it. Some keep telling me, some keep telling me. I'm hearing voices. Keep it cool, play the fool. Some keep telling me, trying to ignore it. Some keep telling me. Some keep telling me, telling you what. Go with your move or you gon' lose. Some keep telling me, I can't go. Some keep telling me, them. Some keep telling me, stay on the road. Some keep telling me, give it a little minute and its true colors gon' show. Some keep telling me, keep me up. Some keep telling me, get it and go. Some keep telling me, God watching over me, but I feel the demons getting close.